galvanize this defense. Raimo PA and Marquez. PA in center field. Adam Jones is headed for the disabled list with that sprained ankle. Isturis and Roberts up the middle. Moore and Wigginton at the corners, and Wieters is behind the plate.
Double plays turned in August. Nobody had more than the Orioles, and it was fun to watch, especially the Keystone combination. As Torres and Roberts, they had some beauties and led the American League in that department, getting some ground balls to make it work, and they're out there tonight.
They have really melded together very effectively. They've got great timing. They really know where one another wants the ball on double plays, and these two have helped the starting pitchers pitch really well last 3 times through the rotation.
Jeter stands in. He's got a 5-game hit streak coming into this ball game, and the first ball is hit the first, short hop, and just getting to the bag with a collision. Ty Wigginton. You don't want to run into Ty even if you are Derek Jeter. And there's one down.
Now Ty, they got an in-between hop, and by the time he corrals it and heads to first, Jeter is there, runs into him, and yeah, you don't want to hit Ty Wigginton full head on. That's for sure. It looks like they kind of just pushed off one another, and hopefully everybody's okay.
Johnny Damon. Damon's got an 8-game hit streak underway, and he will take the pitch down low for a ball. Yankees come in having won 5 in a row. They have beaten the Orioles now 9 consecutive games and have a chance to sweep the Orioles. And that is deep to right center field. Way back. It's going to take a hit, go up the wall, in play. It'll be a double for Johnny Damon as PA and Marquez there. PA played it. Just missed a home run, scraping that right center field wall.
Watch the location of the pitch. That's important. It's up. And Johnny Damon extends. He uses that leg kick as a timing mechanism and hits it right to the base of the wall in right field. Stays in the ballpark. It's a 1-out double for Damon. That's his 31st double of the season.
The Yankees continue the extra base hit assault. And now Nick Swisher will stand in. Swisher is batting 3rd. A-Rod 4th. Teixeira getting a rest and out of the lineup. The usual number 3 hitter. Swisher. RBI opportunity with 1 out. And the delivery to him is taken for a ball. Swisher has just had a career year against the Orioles this season, hitting .389 with 5 home runs and a 15 RBI effort in the 14 games these teams have played. Pitch is up high to him, and the count will go to 2-0 to Swisher.
Well, obviously, when you come out in the first inning, you better be making quality pitches to this lineup. Now they have the switch hitter Swisher hitting ahead of Alex Rodriguez, but it's always a switch hitter you deal with in this 3rd spot, whether it's Teixeira or Swisher.
Fouls that one back. The left-handers have hit .320. The right-handers .307. I mean, those are very high numbers against Burke. And overall .314. He has given up 13 home runs on the season. So he has been touched up hard. Swisher will have to wait. Steps out at the batter's box. Swisher this season .255 right, .244 left. This is where he's had his power. 16 of the 23 home runs have been hit left-handed. And he'll take the pitch inside for a ball.
Yeah, and that's what the Orioles pitchers need to do a little more of. I'm not suggesting you hit any of the Yankees, but they're awfully comfortable. Well, I have nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, they do. I mean, if they want to hit one, that's fine. But you just push them off the plate. Everybody's pretty comfortable, you know.
Oh, are they ever? Swisher will take the pitch up high, and he is on with a walk. What the Orioles hope to do is keep their starting numbers going the way they have since the 21st of August.
Yeah, very good ERA at 3.31, just behind the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins are making a playoff push, closing in on the Detroit Tigers. Oakland right behind them, another young pitching staff. Burke 2-0 in his last 2 starts. And we talked about the value of defense. That's really helped the starters lower their ERA.
2 on, only 1 away. Here's A-Rod. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. A-Rod's got a 10-game hit streak coming into this ball game. He did not play in game 1, had a 1 for 5. in the ball game last night. Rodriguez now 23 home runs, 71 RBIs. And that's caught by Mora, and a double play at second base. So the Orioles pull off another DP. Rodriguez hits into it. Damon caught coming off second, and that will quell the Yankee rally. Big double play that the Orioles are able to pull off. Damon gets caught off second base. Orioles coming up. Take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Roberts is Torres and Reimold. Markakis, Mora, and Wieters. Scott, Wigginton, and PA, who has 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in the last 3.
Now this lineup's going up against the big left-hander. The PNC scouting report for CC Sabathia. Fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. He has a delivery that allows him to repeat his delivery. Repeatability, pitch after pitch after pitch. Looks like it's the same pitch coming out of his hand. And look at his record after July in his career. 54-20 after July.
So Sabathia is ready to go against Brian Roberts. And the pitch is taken up high for a ball. Brian has been in a funk. 5 for his last 36. That's a 139 batting average going back to August 23. Hitting at 285 in the year, though. And Sabathia's pitch is taken for a strike. Brian, 6 hits, 24 at bats, lifetime off the 29-year-old left-hander that the Orioles face in this ball game. The Yankees have swept the Orioles in the last 2 series they've played. And that pitch is going to be taken away. So Roberts going to make Sabathia throw some pitches here.
CC Sabathia is a big guy. He's 6'7", and he's got a very sound delivery. Look at the balance as he gathers over the backside and then explodes towards the plate.
Shows bunt, drops a good one. Sabathia, had he been able to pick it up, might have had a chance, but once he did not get it the first time around, that was the end of that, and Sabathia will have the leadoff man on.
Yeah, got in pretty good position. Watch how he gets over and gets his body turned, so he's going to barehand it and throw, but he didn't come up with it. He knew it was going to be close. He's just turning his body, getting the right angle for the throw, but never got the ball in his hand.
Base hit for Brian Roberts. Good bunt single. As Torres sitting in the number 2 spot again, as he has been doing off and on of late. As Torres has had a 1 for 8 in this series. He shows bunt. Takes it inside for a ball. A-Rod moving in at third base.
Well, the Orioles are in a position where they can just cavalier it. Bunt, hit and run, play whatever you want to right here and try to get CC Sabathia out of his rhythm early on.
1-0. A-Rod stays in at third. He did try and lay it down and drops it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Is Torres a much better hitter from the right side, and now Dave Tremblay has an option. Maybe play hit and run, maybe start the runner. See if you can't get something going here. They have shown bunt twice now, and A-Rod is well in front of the bag at third now.
As Torres 323, right-handed, 230 left. There's A-Rod in, staying in. 4 sacrifices on the season for his Torres. All have been left-handed. Torres has had his problems laying down bunts this year at times, and that's something he, in his position, both down or up in the order, needs to do, and has not been as effective as he should be this season.
Yeah, and it's really kind of surprising playing for the Dodgers and the Cardinals in the National League, hitting in that 8th spot. You'd think he would have gotten a little more polished at it.
Fastballs away from Sabathia, and a 2-ball 2-strike count on his Torres. Mentioned that the Yankees have won the last 2 series against the Orioles, trying to make it 3 consecutive series. 2-2 delivery on the way. That is going to be fouled back. Yankees have won 17 of their last 20 series played overall, looking to sweep their 11th series this season.
Every manager sets out in spring training and challenges his team to win series. When you do that, obviously the wins are going to add up.
As Torres will pop that one up first base. Swisher. As Torres retired, 1 away.
Well, a little bit different look defensively tonight. In the outfield, it's Damon Cabrera and Eric Hinsky starting in right field. Jeter and Cano up the middle. Rodriguez and Nick Swisher at the corners. And Jose Molina is behind the plate. Jorge Posada got the first 2 games of this series. And tonight it's Molina and Sabathia.
Nolan Reimold with a .274 average. 3 for 8 in this series against the Yankees. Continues up there among the American League Rookie of the Year candidates. Leads the rookies in home runs with 12. Second in RBIs. Third in extra base hits. Second in average. Delivery to him. That will be on the outside corner for a strike.
Mentioned the weapons of Sabathia. Throws 2 fastballs. You throw a 4-seamer and run that 2-seamer down and away. And a good curveball and a slider and an exceptional changeup.
That one's going to be plunked for a base hit. Roberts with a good jump will head to third. Hinsky will get it back in, and the Orioles cover the corners on Sabathia with Reimold's base hit. 1 down.
Oh, excuse me, base hit as he tried to check his swing, but Nolan's so strong that he just barreled it up and it went out to right field. Brian Roberts sees it's going to fall safely and easily goes first to third. Look at that, right on the barrel. The ball just jumped off his bat.
The Orioles with a chance to get the lead against Sabathia as Reimold delivers the hit. And Nick Markakis, batting in the cleanup spot, will get the RBI chance. Nick is 2 for 12. Lifetime off Sabathia. Left-handers against Sabathia hitting .202. Right-handers .248. And that'll be inside with a fastball. So he has really worn out left-handed hitters.
Very imposing figure on the mound at 6'7", and he gets that arm up over his shoulder, and it's a tough angle for left-handed hitters to really hang in there and drive the ball.
Markakis, the off-speed pitch, 1-1.
Yeah, and that's a changeup, and that's a pitch that a lot of left-handed pitchers won't throw to left-handed batters, and I don't understand why. It is so effective, but they're always afraid it's going to run back into the power zone.
1-1, runners off first and third. Markakis takes it. It's on the inside corner. Another off-speed pitch, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, in fact, both of those pitches may have been a slider. That first one didn't look like it broke as much as the second one.
Well, Sabathia with a 1-ball 2-strike count. He's got 158 strikeouts and 192 innings. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Markakis will chop that one foul at the plate.
Well, one thing for sure is Nick's going to battle CC Sabathia. Whatever it takes to try to put it in play right there. There's an RBI out there at third base. If he drives in Brian Roberts, that'll give him 90 for the season and give the Orioles the lead.
Orioles have struggled against the left-handed starters. Andy Pettitte almost had a no-hitter against them in game 1. They are 20-29 against left-handed starters. Markakis goes to left field. Roberts will tag. Johnny Damon the catch. Throw will come into the cutoff man. And the Orioles have a 1-0 lead. Markakis the RBI.
That's how you drive in 100. You get the tough ones against the tough left-handers. And he drives home Brian Roberts as Roberts went first to third on the base hit by Rimo. Then Markakis battled a 2-strike sac fly to left.
Well, the Orioles get to the left-hander early. Staying at first base is Rimo, and Melvin Mora will come to the plate. Melvin's season numbers. He comes into the ball game with a 3-game hit streak going. Melvin's had a good series, 4 for 7. And Sabathia's pitch will catch the outside corner for a strike. Markakis with the 90 RBIs, 3 more than he had last season. Nick has had as many as 112 runs batted in. And he gets the first one in this game. 0-1 count to Mora. Melvin down to third and foul.
Lowest DRA against the Orioles. Active pitcher CC Sabathia leads the parade at 255 ahead of Barry Zito, who's now with the San Francisco Giants. Mark Burley 272. James Shield of the Rays and Roy Halladay round out the list. That's a minimum of 75 innings, so it's a pretty good test of their skills, and they have answered appropriately. CC Sabathia has always been tough, and the Orioles have had a tough time recently hitting left-handers. And now, of course, with Adam Jones out of the lineup, missed that big right-handed bat.
Sabathia's got a 7-1 lifetime mark against the Orioles, 2-1 this year. Mora takes it in the air to center. Cabrera will make the catch. But the Orioles have got a run on a couple of hits with 1 left on, and after 1 here at Camden Yards, the Orioles take the early 1-0 lead. Tickets from the Maryland Lottery for every Oriole home run hit tonight. You can have a chance to win too. You can enter by logging in MASNsports.com. Well, the home runs certainly were flying out of here last night. 5 hit by the Yankees, tying their season high. A couple hit by the Orioles, and Yankees came away with that 9-6 win. Matsui's back in the lineup. DHing, did not play last night, went 0 for 4 in game 1. Hideki Matsui, 23 homers, 72 RBIs. Still got big numbers right at PA. 1 down. Let's check in with Amber.
Well, Jason Birkin told me that part of being a rookie pitcher is getting over the fact that you're going to face guys that you grew up watching. And for him, he had a bit of that awe factor when he had a chance to meet Ken Griffey Jr. in Seattle. But he said it's similar with these Yankees batters. They're full of superstars up and down the lineup. And he said back on July 22nd when he faced them at Yankee Stadium, the jitters were obvious. Of the 5 earned runs he gave up, 4 came in the first inning, but then he settled down. And he said learning to pitch through that, you start to separate the guys' names on the back of their jerseys from just doing your job. So he feels more confident, he said, going up against this lineup the second time through because he proved to himself that he can get them out, and that awe factor has gone away. Gary?
And that's what you got to do. That's part of maturing at the major league level and putting yourself in the same category and hopefully one hitch higher than the players you're facing. Here's Robinson Cano, 7th in average in the league starting the day. He'll take the ball to right field. Nick Markakis. And there are 2 quick outs. Orioles and Masson have teamed up to make those tickets even more affordable for the remainder of the year. Masson Maximum Access tickets, upper level of the ballpark, are only $1 for remaining non-prime home games. They're available first come first served. Must be purchased online at Orioles.com at least 24 hours in advance. Only a few dozen $1 tickets remain for this weekend series with the Rangers. So don't miss out. Go to Orioles.com. Look for those $1 Masson Maximum Access tickets. Pitch is taken down low for a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Cabrera, the switch hitter, with a 5-game hit streak. 275 right, 272 left. And a strike on the inside corner. Melky in center.
Well, so far, Jason Birkin's done a nice job of working to both sides of the plate, and he's thrown some good off-speed pitches as well.
Gets the ground ball, Brian Roberts. And a good, solid, quick inning. 1, 2, 3. Yankees are retired. We'll see Matt Wieters, Luke Scott, and Ty Wigginton when we come back. A really disastrous month. They'll go in as the division champions again. CC Sabathia will face Wieters, Scott, and Wigginton as we go to the second inning. Wieters has had an 0 for 7 so far in this series. Matt hitting at 263, and he'll take that up the middle and get rid of that. So Wieters a single off Sabathia. The Orioles have the leadoff man on in both the first and second innings.
Luke Scott hit a monstrous home run last night, a 3-run shot in the 5th inning, and that got the Orioles right back in the game. At that point, put them up 6-5, and he hit his 4th Utah Street home run. Home runs is the DH. In 76 games, Luke Scott has hit 18 home runs. In 1977, Eddie Murray hit 20 home runs in 111 games as a DH.
Talking to Harold Baines when we had him on the other night when he was inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame, talking about DHs and the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. And now DHs, he believes, should be treated as any other players. I do agree with him. I didn't initially, but the DH looks like it's here to stay. And if you're going to have a DH, then DH a role. And the best of the DHs should be considered in that category.
Absolutely. If you're a dominant DH, that's the rules. The rules of the American League are you have a DH. And if that particular player is the most dominant of his era, he's worthy of the Hall of Fame.
Scott got that one off the end of the bat. Derek Jeter will put it away. Scott is retired. Weeder stays at first base, one down. For Ty Wigginton, here in September, maybe a repeat of what he's done in his career. Wigginton's September numbers outstanding. His Torres, Markakis, Mora, Robertson, Scott. Those are the numbers that they have had in their careers. And you got 4 there really good. Brian Roberts a little below his average that he ends up with on the year. Wigginton will take the pitch down low for a ball. Ty's had an 0 for 3 so far in the series. He's picked up 4 hits and 17 at bats against Sabathia, and one of those a home run. 1-0 delivery. Wigginton will take the fastball away, and a 2-0 count. CC Sabathia's on a 7-game tear without a loss. He's had 6 wins and 1 no decision game. That no decision game came against the White Sox in his last start, but he worked 7 innings, giving up only 2 runs on 8 hits in the game. Wigginton's got himself a base hit into left field. 2 on, 1 away.
Ty Wigginton got the base hit, sets the table for Felix Pierre, who last night in his first at bat against A.J. Burnett goes deep, hits a home run into the bullpen in left field, and he really hit it. 8th home run of the season for Pierre, going opposite field. Here's the 6-game hit streak for Felix, hitting .375. Those are 4 home runs, .317 since the July All-Star break.
What a tear he's been on, and a lot of it's been right here at Camden Yards. He's hitting .292 as opposed to .247 on the road, and 5 of his 8 home runs have been hit here at home. PA batting 9th, and he's going to get a base hit into right field. Wieters will turn and stay. Throw to the cutoff man. The Orioles have loaded the bases.
Now, the Orioles are a little concerned about what PA might do against left-handers, given the fact that Adam Jones is not going to be available, but you might as well find out. Here he stays on this breaking ball, kind of reaches for it, but it gets the bottom hand through the zone and drives it into right field. Pretty good extension, never really pulled off the ball and stayed through it to get the base hit.
He's only had 24 at bats against left-handers, and that is the 4th hit he has had in 24 at bats against lefties. So the Orioles get them loaded. They lead 1-0. 5 hits off CC Sabathia. They all have been singles. And Brian Roberts at the top of the order has one of those hits and scored the run on a sac fly by Nick Markakis. So Roberts up, bases loaded, and only 1 away. There's a big moment for the Orioles in a ball game here to really have an inning. Roberts will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Brian 3-0-1 with runners in scoring position. Lifetime, he has 4 grand slams to his credit. Sabathia with the 0-1 delivery. Brian this season with the bases loaded, 3 hits with 11 at bats. He does have one of the Orioles grand slams this season. Orioles have picked up a total of 7. Take that back, a couple this year. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, and swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strike count, and that'll take Molina out. He looked like he got crossed up on that pitch.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that they have their signals together here in this pivotal situation. Looked like a breaking ball that Ryan was out in front of. They'd thrown a couple of fastballs, and take a look at this breaking ball. Yeah, Molina got crossed up. It's amazing he was able to put a glove on it.
The Orioles grand slams this season, you count them up here: Markakis, Mora, Roberts, and Scott. So 4 total. Brian's got one of them. CC Sabathia bears down, gets a strikeout.
Sabathia has a lot of weapons to attack hitters with, and right here it looks like this changeup. You see the ball go down, and it's a firm. See the grip on it? Spreads his fingers out, takes some of the velocity out. It's still 89 miles an hour, but the action into sink taken down and away from Brian Roberts.
So that'll leave it up to his Torres with 2 down. Orioles need a base hit here. They do not want to squander bases loaded, 1 away. As Torres got jammed and will foul it back. He popped out first time up to first base.
Yeah, you got a chance for a big inning when 3 of your bottom 4 hitters in the lineup get hits to load the bases. Then you turn the lineup over, and you'd hate to waste this opportunity.
Torres has been one of the better Oriole hitters with runners in scoring position, and 2 down. He's hitting .300. The 0-1 delivery to him. Sabathia gets the strike in at the knees, and it's 0-2.
April 6th, opening day. CC Sabathia on the mound. The Orioles beat him 10-5. He lasted just 4 1/3. Gave up 6 earned runs on 8 hits, and he walked 5 guys.
0-2 count, and as Torres will foul it off. Sabathia, the other outings against the Orioles besides opening day came on the 8th of May when he had a complete game 4-0 shutout, no runs on 4 hits. On the 19th of May, a couple of starts later, he had a 9-1 win. He gave up just a run on 3 hits over 7 innings. This is his 4th start this year against the O's. 0-2 delivery on the way as Torres out in front of it, an off-speed pitch, and the count will stay at 2 strikes.
Another gorgeous night at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The weather has been exceptional. Early fall weather.
Could not be nicer. 0-2 away as Torres takes it and he's gone. Fooled him with a breaking ball, and Sabathia gets 2 strikeouts after the Orioles had loaded the bases. 1-0 O's.
The base and twisted his ankle. His first half numbers were exceptional. fell off in the second half, just 7 home runs, 23 RBIs, but now it's questionable whether he'll be able to return to the lineup given the severity of the ankle sprain.
He's got the boot on it and not very mobile and made very well. Well, we'll see. Missed a good deal of September, maybe all of it. Foul back by Hinske, Molina, and Jeter. So Felix PA will continue to get some playing time. Luke Scott will be probably moved around a little bit, but PA will handle a lot of that time in center field.
Well, it's a good opportunity to take an extended look at Felix PA.
Yep.
Let's see what you got.
Hinske takes the pitch up high. Jason Birkin with a walk and no strikeouts so far. Hinske hitting just .241 since joining the Yankees, but in 22 games he's got 11 RBIs and 6 home runs. He has contributed to the offense since coming over from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, he sure has, and what he gives Joe Girardi is that left-handed bat off the bench. You can knock it out of the ballpark.
2-2 delivery on the way to him. Hinske will be a little late on that one and puts it off into the seats. Hinske, Molina, and then Jeter at the top of the order against Jason Birkin here in the 3rd inning. Birkin here at home has won 2 and lost 6. ERA at home is 5.29, 7.65 on the road. .25-year-old right-hander deals 2-2. Did he go? They check at 3rd, and no, says Angel Hernandez.
Well, that running fastball down her way to Eric Hinske, and he offers at it but checks his swing, and he didn't come close to swinging at it. Friday, Jason Birkin went 5 innings, allowed just 5 hits and 2 earned runs, picked up his 4th win of the season.
3-2 delivery is ladled in the air to right center field. That is way back, and goodbye, home run. The 205th home run for the Yankees, and Hinske's done it again. 7 homers in 23 games.
Well, you get rejuvenated when you come to the Yankees after starting out the season in Pittsburgh, and he knows he's a role player, but when he gets his opportunities, taking full advantage. That's not a bad pitch as far as the height. It's down but out over the plate a bit, and Hinske's able to golf it into the seats in center field.
And the ball game is tied. Molina will take it outside. So the Yankees continue to lead the majors. 205. Teixeira's is not playing. He leads the team. They're on a pace for 254 home runs, 10 shy of the major league mark. If the Yankees continue on the pace they are on, though, it will be a new franchise record in home runs. Here's Molina with a 1-1. And that'll be down to 3rd. Melvin Moore gets in front. 1 down. For Hinske, that's the 11th home run he's hit here in Camden Yards. All part of the extra base hit attack by the Bronx Bumpers. They've got a 500. Look at that number.
Well, look at the teams. There are 5 teams there. 4 of them are from the American League East. That's what you're competing with if you're the Baltimore Orioles. As good as they have hit for an average, you need to pump up the volume a little bit and get a few more powerful bats in the lineup to compete in this division. Andy McPhail has said all along, you can't just flat out compete with home runs. You just can't afford to have that kind of payroll. But you've got to improve these hitters' ability to hit home runs, and you've got to emphasize your pitching and defense. But it's a good indicator of how you compete in the East when you see 4 of the top 5 teams with extra base hits all coming out of the East.
Derek Jeter grounded out his first time up. Birkin will come inside and catch the corner with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Yankees have just feasted on Oriole pitching. They've hit 31 home runs now against the Orioles in 15 games. They're averaging 6.5 runs a game against the Orioles. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. The Orioles have now been outscored in this season series 91-59 by the Yankees.
And Dave Tremblay's pitching staff is very young and very inexperienced. And when you have experienced hitters like the Yankees, they will make you throw it over. Witness the 9 walks in last night's game.
Yep. That was a season high for the Orioles, and not a mistake or just a quirk of happenstance that it came against the Yankees. They just force you to throw strikes up and down the lineup. Everybody has that kind of patience. Jeter, 2-ball, 2-strike count. Again, will foul it away.
Well, and the thing the Yankees have too is you get up into the batter's box and you look behind you and there's a pretty good hitter and he looks behind him and there's another pretty good hitter. So you don't ever feel like you have to carry the offense. No matter if you're Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, A-Rod. There's balance up and down the order.
2-2 delivery on the way and a check swing, and he went around. Jeter is strikeout victim. Birkin gets his first K.
Good bounce back, getting 2 outs after the Hinske home run. Off speed pitch fools Jeter. That's the curveball, and you can see the spin takes it down away from Jeter's bat. Went too far, chased the ball in the dirt. Wieters does a good job of blocking it.
Johnny Damon, 2 down, nobody on. He had a double his first time up. He's extended his hit streak to 9 games on the season. Damon has picked up 3 hits in this series, 3 for 11. And a broken bat, ground ball. Roberts bare hands it. Just missed. A spectacular effort by Brian Roberts. Dave Tremblay's coming out.
Yeah, you got to come out just because Brian Roberts made an exceptional play, and it was awfully close at first base. Lance Barksdale's the first base umpire tonight, and Brian made a great play with the bare hand, and then the throw right on the money. Watch how he grabs it one-handed, throws it all in one motion, and he might have got it. Damon running very well. This ball looks like it's going to be into center field. Roberts made a terrific play. Boy, that's close. We have the benefit of slowing things down. Looked like he got him out.
I think he had him.
Umpires, of course, can't run it back 3 or 4 different times and slow it down. They've got to make the call as they see it. What a play by Brian Roberts. And those are the plays as a manager. You got to go out and support your player. He made a heck of a play, and you want to fight for him.
Though that will be an infield single for Damon and a break for the Yankees, keeping the inning alive. Nick Swisher drew a walk his first time up. Swisher's got 79 walks on the season. Throw over and Johnny Damon back. With a team that takes as many pitches as they do, you figure they got to have some guys who draw some walks. Swisher's their leader. Mark Teixeira is not far behind him with 73. Swisher is 6th in the league, and Teixeira's 9th in walks. 2 down. Pitch is in there for a strike. Swisher batting 3rd with the leading RBI man in the league, Mark Teixeira, getting a rest as the Yankees continue to take somebody out of the lineup, one of their starters, virtually every game. 0-1 count. Got that in there for a strike as well, and the count goes to 0-2. Swisher with just amazing numbers. 15 games. Oh, 2 count. Birkin forced to try and get another out here after Damon beat out the infield hit. And again, the throw back. Swisher's had the amazing circumstance that 20 of his 23 home runs this year have been on the road, including his last 11. And incredibly, that is the highest percentage of road home runs in the majors. And no one in Yankee franchise history ever had this many road home runs for the first 23 they hit in a season. 0-2 delivery to him. Fouled off. He doesn't even want to talk about it. He said, I I just wanted to keep going. I have no idea why. I have no idea.
Well, and everybody's been talking all year long about how friendly new Yankee Stadium is, and Swisher is not taking full advantage of it just yet, hitting just 200. But much better numbers on the road, and I don't care where you hit them as long as you hit them. They all count the same.
He hasn't minded hitting here with his 13 career home runs that have been hit in this ballpark. 0-2 delivery on the way. Fouls it away. I was looking at the Yankee numbers today for their starters. Here at Camden Yards, Damon, Cabrera, Hinske, Jeter, Cano, Swisher all have a career batting average over 300 at Camden Yards.
Well, and that reflects the mindset of a division champ, American League Championship ball club, and you play the teams in the second division and you wear them out. I mean, that's always been the way it is. You know, you really take advantage of those teams that don't have the good ball clubs, and that's the way it's been for a while now. And when you play a team like the Orioles or like a team that's down, and these championship clubs just say, we got to wear them out. We can't allow them to win any games, and we match up much better than they do. And you're going to match up against the better teams and fight for every win. And that's just the way it's always been. You saw it with the Mets in the mid-'80s.
Yep.
They go into Pittsburgh and towns like that and just
storming.
Yeah.
They've beaten Toronto 9 out of 12. The Yankees have. They've beaten Tampa Bay 6 out of 5. The Red Sox, the only team in the East they have the losing record to. And of course, they started against them with those 9 losses and are now 6-9 against Boston. And are going to beat Boston for the division championship. Again, the throw over almost got away. Wigginton covering that ball up on the dirt that time.
Well, Damon doesn't run as much as he has in the past, but when he does run, he's pretty sure he's going to make it. He is 10 for 10 in steals this year, and he picks his spots very carefully.
One ball, 2 strike count. Birkin working against Swisher with Johnny Damon at first and 2 down. Game tied at 1. One-two delivery, and Swisher goes down. Second strikeout for Birkin. Iron Wired Wednesday. Dave Tremblay is going to be joining us. We'll talk with Brian Mattis as well. All coming up. Joining us as he's been so kind to do all season. Skip, a little insight for the fans when you go out on the Brian Roberts play. What's on your mind, and what can you say out there?
Get the call right.
Okay.
You know, let's understand that's have a feel for the game. Guy makes a great play, and it's close, out. Guy kicks it on a routine play, close, safe.
Dave, tell us about Adam Jones today. Obviously, the sprained ankle last night. What's his status as we speak?
He's going to be out for an extended period of time. I would say he's improved from the standpoint of the swelling that went down quite a bit last night. It wasn't real pretty, boy. I tell you, that wasn't real fun to go in the training room and seeing what that ankle looked like. But they got a lot of the swelling out. You know, he's on crutches. Richie Bancels told me, I mean, that's conservatively we're looking at 3 weeks. He's going to go to Richie's going to bring him in tomorrow morning on an off day and get an MRI. They did have an X-ray after he got taken out of the game last night, which was negative. But just a tremendous loss on our team. First-class player, and you know, a real presence in our clubhouse and in center field.
Nick Markakis had an RBI sac fly his first time up. Skip, just for the purpose of making a statement for the ball club, the importance of winning this game, getting this win streak that the Yankees have over you done with, how important?
It'd be great for the team. Allow guys to not have to deal with that anymore. The off day tomorrow, and then we could all in one, we could defeat the ghosts of the 27 Yankees, the Bronx Bombers, Murderers Row, 61. We could put it all to rest, because this team is all of that and then some. They're very, very, very good. But our guys give everything they have. They competed, and they give a great effort. And I wish we could have broke through and got a few more last inning. Didn't, but we'll give it everything we have.
So far, Jason Birkin's done a nice job with his off-speed pitches. Look like he's making a very good quality pitch as we speak now to get out of that last inning with 2 strikeouts.
You know, Buck, anybody who's watched the Yankees, they don't miss that fastball, and if you don't locate it, you're going to be asking the umpire for a new ball. You're going to have to use your secondary pitches, and you're going to have to back them up. And when I say back them up, that means if you miss with it, you better throw it again, because you know, these guys are sitting fastball all the time. And I made a comment last night after the game. It looks like they know what's coming. I mean, goodness sakes, they look like they know what's coming.
Well, they obviously have a great game plan, and the guy that had a good game plan in his first at bat was Nick Markakis when he got down to 2 strikes and he cashed in against a tough left-hander.
We've seen Nick all year. You know, he'll take the other side, like there. You know, there's a ball away from him. He's trying to shoot that ball right down the line between A-Rod and the bag. He is he's polished.
Skip, we always appreciate it. Thanks for being with us on our Wired Wednesday, and go get them.
You're welcome.
All right. Dave Tremblay, skipper of the Orioles, joining us here. 1 down. Nick Markakis with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. That sac fly RBI brought Roberts home for the Orioles runner. Second base, Robinson Cano. 2 down.
Well, Dave made a point about the Yankees look like they know what's coming, and it does in a certain degree because they are so patient. What it looks like is they make up their mind what they want to hit and stay with that plan until they get to 2 strikes. So you see a lot of takes where they don't even move, and that would suggest they're not getting the pitch they want.
They have done that for so many years, something they started under Joe Torre through all those successful years when he was managing. Melvin Mora flied out to center field, 2 down, nobody on. Sabathia's delivery to him. That is a strike on the outside corner. Melvin against the lefties this season, 252, 268 off right-handers. Mora knows the rumors are out there that he will not be back with the Orioles next year. Wants a great finish. Wants to play some more. Pitch is taken inside, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Sabathia, the 29-year-old, has pitched well here at Camden Yards, just like the guys behind him have hit well here. 2-1 this year, 7-1 lifetime against the Orioles. Swung on and missed. That's that turnover changeup pitch. He's got a career 4-1 mark in this ballpark with an ERA of 3.
Again, the changeup, and if you look at the radar gun, you'd say that can't be a changeup. It's 86, but he throws it so effectively that it's only about 8-9 miles an hour different than his fastball. But he's got such great motion on his delivery that you see fastball delivery and changeup velocity.
Sabathia with a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Mora. There it is. He's hanging on that outside corner and getting the calls. Melvin Moore didn't think so. Third strikeout for Sabathia in a 1-2-3 inning. Southwest Airlines. Book your next trip at southwest.com. And by PNC. PNC leading the way. Beautiful evening here in Baltimore and Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Great night to be at the ballpark. Orioles have the day off tomorrow. Another team that's battling for the postseason. Texas coming in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Chris Tillman, Scott Feldman on Friday. Feldman's a 14-game winner. Fouled off by A-Rod. Saturday's game has got Brian Mattis against Kevin Millwood and Jeremy Guthrie and Derek Holland on Sunday. Now Friday's a 7 o'clock game. Saturday is a 4 o'clock game on Fox. And Sunday a 1:35 game on Masson 2. So note the change in that start time for Saturday, 4 o'clock game time.
Texas Rangers got some real bad news in last night's game. Michael Young strained a hamstring, legging out an infield hit. He is the 6th hitter in the American League in batting average at .322.
A-Rod goes down. Foul that one right into his leg or foot. You could hear him holler on that one.
Two-seam fastball moving down and in, and he just takes it right off that left shin. Man. So this ball just gets right down on his shin, and he has worn a shin guard in the past.
He lined into a double play. His first time to the plate. 0-2 delivery by Birkin. Fouled away.
Well, Jason's doing a nice job of changing speeds. As Dave Tremblay alluded to, the Yankees look fastball now with 2 strikes, of course. You change your approach, but Jason Birkin's done a nice job of using all of his pitches tonight, changing speeds very effectively.
A-Rod is 5th in on-base percentage in the American League coming into today's game. That one is going to be popped up and back, and that's going to be out of play. And an 0-2 count. Birkin battling against Rodriguez. Rodriguez in this yard has hit .282 in his career. He's got 23 lifetime home runs in this ballpark. Here's the 0-2 delivery. He fouls that one back. 0-2 pitch. Good news A-Rod got this week was that the doctors are saying he probably is not going to have a second surgical procedure on the hip that was surgically repaired in the offseason, and it caused him to get to the ball club late this year. It has healed so well they don't think they're going to have to go back in and do any more work on it. 1-2 delivery on the way. Rodriguez takes the fastball that is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jason's improved as the game unfolds. First time through the lineup, the league has hit .347 against him. Second time through, he drops down to .275. That's the second best improvement next to James Shields of Tampa Bay.
Good pitch as he took a little off that. 2 strikeouts in a row. Swisher the last inning, and A-Rod here.
Just another off-speed breaking ball. 84 miles an hour. That was a slider versus the curveball he has used earlier in this game. He's got all 4, and that was a good one.
That will bring up Hideki Matsui. 3 strikeouts in the ball game for Jason Birkin. 1-1 game. Pitch will be taken down low. Home run by Eric Hinsky in the 3rd inning, his 7th, tied it up after the Orioles got a sac fly from Nick Markakis in the 1st. Birkin and CC Sabathia locked up in the early duel on the mound. 1-0 delivery on the way. Matsui will take it away. 2-0. .2-0 pitch. Matsui left field. Adam and Reimold has it. 2 down. Saturday, the Orioles will honor the 1939 and 1949 champion Baltimore Elite Giants. They'll be wearing special throwback uniforms during the 4:10 game with the Rangers. There are also special pregame ceremonies. Hope you'll enjoy it here at Oriole Park. Tickets start as low as $9. To get yours, 888-848-BIRD, Orioles.com. From the Negro League, the 39-49 champion Baltimore Elite Giants. Saw the uniforms today.
Pretty sharp.
They are sharp.
Yeah.
Yep. So great looking uniforms. Orioles will have them on display at the game Saturday. Robinson Cano, 2 down, nobody on. Cano flied out to right field. 7th in average in the league coming into today's play. He's also got the 5-game hit streak. And that'll be fouled off the fist and away. 0-2.
Yeah, and tonight you can see the difference in the way the hitters are swinging at the Orioles pitcher Jason Birkin. They're ahead of the off speed. They're behind his fastball. Even though it's 93-94, he still has them off stride. Their timing has been messed up so far. But Kranitz has to be pleased with the way they have used their pitches tonight. They being Matt Wieters and Jason Birkin.
0-2 count. Up high. Cano is the active leader among all major leaguers in average in the final month of the season. He's got a .352 career batting average in September and October. Nobody better active. 2 down, nobody on. The 1-2. Off-speed pitch is going to miss up high. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Now, Cano has become a very accomplished hitter, and he's only going to get better. Very quiet at the plate. Not an awful lot of movement. He's got a little pushback with that front foot, gets that weight on the backside, and then he explodes and really has a fluid swing through the zone. Just a very subtle pushback that works very well for him.
2-2 delivery to him. He will take it down low for a ball. Cano is a .303 career hitter at the major league level coming into this season. He's got a chance to up that at the pace he's going. He's hitting .319. Hit .271 last year, .306 the year before. 3-2 delivery to him. Ground ball towards the middle. Roberts going to try it again. He'll knock it down, but it'll be a base hit. Cano gets a single with 2 down here in the 4th. Brian Roberts is having a busy day chasing him down.
Yeah, this ball just sneaks up the middle, and it's off the glove of Brian Roberts. Cano got that outside fastball. Brian got a piece of it. I don't know, had he gloved it cleanly, if he would have had a shot at Cano going so far up the middle.
Cabrera grounded out his first time up. Switch hitter with a runner on at first base. Goes after the first pitch and heads it towards the seats as a souvenir. Melky Cabrera has had all kinds of playing time with Brett Gardner on the 15-day DL since July 26, fractured left thumb. 0-1 delivery to Cabrera, taken up high. Joe Girardi's being very astute in answering any questions about what happens with Cabrera when he gets his other outfielder back. Well, he's not answering it.
No, and you know, to his credit, Joe Girardi awarded Brett Gardner the job out of spring training. Melky Cabrera stayed ready, and when Gardner scuffled, Cabrera won the job back. And then subsequently, Brett Gardner broke his thumb sliding into second base.
And Cabrera's certainly earned the right to be out there and will be for a lot of games. Situational changes may be made. Runner at first, 2 down, and a look over, and Cano will go back to the bag. Cano's only had 4 stolen bases and 10 chances on the year. A-Rod getting that leg looked at that he fouled the ball off. 2-1 delivery in the way, and that's going to be to the corner. Markakis will not have a play. One hopper off the wall. Cano's coming to third. He'll be held. Throw to second, not in time. A double. 2-bagger for Cabrera.
All with 2 outs. Struck out A-Rod, got Matsui to fly out, and then Cano, and now Melky Cabrera hits, and Cabrera's a double off the wall. Cano easily first to third, thinking about scoring, gets the stop sign. The throw is to Storis, and it's second and third now for Eric Kinski, who's already homered in this game.
First base is open, so the intentional pass will be given here. Hinske got his 7th home run in the 3rd inning, accounting for the Yankee run. This will load the bases up for Molina. As you would expect, the Yankees, with all these homers and all these doubles, continue to pile up total bases, and in the end, in the majors, if you've got a good total base number going, you've probably won a lot of baseball games, because it's all about the extra base hits, and if you can put them up there, you win. There is ball 4.
Obviously, with the base open, that's a easy call. Put Hinske on. He homered in his first at bat and forced the number 9 hitter to deliver with 2 outs. And Jose Molina, just 232 on the season. He's 0 for 1 tonight. But Molina has 9 RBIs and 1 home run. And wouldn't you know it, that 1 home run came with the bases loaded.
So Molina's got Cano, Cabrera, and Hinske on. All this coming with 2 down. And Molina will take a strike on the inside corner. Tie game. Yankees now looking for the big hit. Orioles had the bases loaded, 1 away in the 2nd. Sabathia got out of it with 2 strikeouts to Roberts and his Torres. Birkin trying to get out of it with 2 down. The 0-1. That'll miss up high. 1 ball, 1 strike of Molina. Molina getting his 30th start behind the plate. One. Nick Markakis. And he's got it. And the strategy works as the Yankees will leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1 apiece.
the Orioles Reach community booth to pick up a special Orioles memento. Gary?
Amber thanks souvenirs to take home and authenticated by the Orioles on game usage. Matt Wieters takes it outside for a ball. Wieters had a single his first time up. Scott and Wigginton do up. Each team a run on 5 hits. The Yankees have left 5 and the Orioles 4. Bottom of the 4th inning. CC Sabathia with a fastball away. And the count goes to 2-0 on Matt Wieters. Left-hander after his 16th win. He'd be the winningest pitcher at the moment if he can get it in the American League. Tying in with Adam Wainwright of the Cardinals. He's got the 16 in the National League.
And Sabathia has always been a much better second half pitcher. Never really fared well in the cooler weather. Played in Cleveland, obviously, and then Milwaukee before signing as a free agent with the Yankees.
Wieters goes 2-2. Sabathia was 17-10 last year combined. Yankees get the acquisition, one of the big off-season signings, trying to lead them on. He's been a good road pitcher, 10-5 on the road, 3.5 ERA. Little cutter that comes inside, misses, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Orioles have had the leadoff man a couple of times on through 3 innings. Sabathia's pretty good. 73% of leadoff batters retired. 3-2 to Wieters, down to third, just missed.
Stayed on that ball pretty well. Looked like another off-speed pitch, maybe a breaking ball, and he was able to extend that bottom hand, and it was within inches of being a double.
Matt, after his first hit here in the early part of September, day number 2. 3-2 delivery on the way. Got him. Sabathia gets his 4th strikeout, 2 in a row.
It's just a good old fastball. He locates it very well, and he's got a little extra giddy up on it. And Wieters had something else on his mind, not prepared to protect the plate. Got caught on an inside fastball.
Luke Scott, designated hitter, popped up his first time in this ball game to short. 1 hit, 8 at bats in the series against the Yankees. And Sabathia's pitch is inside to him. For Luke this season against left-handers, 257. Only a 10-point difference when compared with right-handed pitchers. He's had about double the at-bats against the righties. The 1-0 breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike, eating up the inside corner, 1-1.
And that's a pretty good pitch to hit. It's just stayed inside. It wasn't anything real exceptional about it. And if your left-handed batter can stay on that pitch, that's one you can knock out of the ballpark.
Here's the 1-1 from Sabathia. Boy, he's staying right there. 1-2. He hasn't moved more than a 1/4 inch on those 3 pitches.
Yeah, that inside fastball very effective, and they threw it up right under the hands of Luke Scott. Well, he certainly opened up the outside part of the plate now after wearing out the inside.
One-two delivery, and they go way outside. Molina will block that, and it'll go to a 1-ball 2-strike count.
You see, that Sabathia is a little frustrated. He made such a poor pitch on that pitch because he had that pitch perfectly set up. He had thrown a couple breaking balls inside, fastball inside Luke Scott, and now you're ready for the payoff pitch. Go to the outside corner and you miss it.
2-2 delivery. Got him. Scott didn't like at least a couple of those calls. Sabathia's got 5 strikeouts, 3 in a row. All the last 3 have been called.
But look at the target. It's meant to be away, and Sabathia just misses his target. Luke Scott, not anticipating another inside breaking ball, really was fooled by it. Borderline on the inside corner, but Sabathia missed all the way across the plate from his target.
Ty Wigginton a single his first time up. Wigginton Here's that changeup. In olden days,
when you and I were kids,
when a slice of stocking was looked on as something shocking, heaven knows, that would have been called a screwball.
A turn me over pitch, yeah.
0-1 delivery.
The real screwball pitchers, and don't mean their personalities, but guys that threw screwballs. Mike Cuellar pitched so long here for the Orioles, so I had a chance to catch him in winter ball. It's a true breaking ball. It will really break. Mike Marshall of the Dodgers, and of course, many older fans will remember Ruben Gomez, who pitched for the New York Giants, had a great screwball.
Term's not used anymore in the game, really.
Nobody throws it. Not the real true screwball.
Yeah.
One that you actually turn your wrist
the other
inside
way,
out. Yeah. And Cuellar had a great one. Mike had a very good one. I believe he learned it from Ruben Gomez.
1-2 delivery on the way towards short. Jeter. 1-2-3 inning. That's going to be 8 in a row retired by Sabathia. 1-1 ball game. With Amber Theo Harris, Buck Martinez, and miscellaneous things on the water, I'm Gary Thorne.
You and I are doing the wrong thing. I don't know how we get it right. We're doing the wrong thing.
Well, that's your boat.
Yeah. That's what I mean. We're doing the wrong thing.
I noticed fall must be coming. I was looking out today down at Harbor East, and a lot of empty moorings are out there now. A lot of slips are empty.
It's a sad time.
Yeah.
Put the boat away for the winter. Or just take it to Florida.
Or if you have a boat like I do, who cares? Just leave it out. Ground ball by Jeter to short. There's Torres up with that one. Jeter retired on one pitch. He's 0 for 3. Couple of ground ball outs and is struck out.
Well, Jason Berkin's doing a heck of a job, given the way the Yankees jumped all over the Orioles last night. 9 walks, 5 home runs. That's not a very good formula, but so far 1-1. And he's done a heck of a job of changing speeds and using all of his pitches.
Johnny Damon has added to his totals with a double and a single in this ball game. He's got a 9-game hit streak. Damon now has 231 career hits against the Orioles. Second among active players. Who's number 1? The guy who just grounded out. Derek Jeter's got 266. In the air to right field. He whipsawed that one. Markakis over. And he's got it. Damon, when he gets one of those pitches, has got a very quick bat still through the strike zone. When he's got one, he's guessed right pitch, times it, and just really risks it.
Yeah, he really extends that bottom hand through the zone and gets out on that front leg. Watch how he gets out on that front leg and then throws the barrel and takes that top hand off. Really a lot of extension there. And it looks like he just flicks the bat at it, but because he's got that full arm extended, the ball jumps off his bat.
Birkin's got a couple of quick outs here. Nick Swisher has struck out and drawn a walk in the ball game. These 1, 2, 3 innings are a matter every pitcher wants, but Birkin's worked on it because he hasn't had many. Coming in, he'd only had 22 1, 2, 3 innings in the 91 that he pitched, and he's not going to get one here. A base hit into left field. Swisher the excuse me hit. So he's on with 2 down.
That high breaking ball, and you can see how Birkin has done a pretty good job early on. He really economized on his pitches, and then they jumped up to 25 and 29 in the 3rd and 4th respectively. But boy, if he could have a couple of more pitches and get out of this inning, it would be a real boost to his pitch count.
That will bring up A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez hit into a double play and is struck out. 2 down. He rips it into center. PA will hold the runner at second base. An 11-game hit streak for Rodriguez. 2 on, 2 down.
2-out rallies. Talk about the patience, the approach, and now Jason Birkin, chance to just regroup, pitch his way out of it. And one thing he's done a nice job of learning how to slow the game down. When they get a couple aboard, he's not thinking about the trouble he's in. He's thinking about how he can pitch his way out of it. One good pitch, you're out of the inning.
Hideki Matsui will be the Yankee he'll try and get here. Matsui has flied out to left field twice. He has had an 0 for 6 in the series. Matsui's 283 with runners in scoring position. 269 when there are 2 down, as there are now. Check swing inside, ball 1. Workhorse Mark Hendrickson, the left-hander in the bullpen. Birkin has thrown just 78 pitches in the ballgame. 1-0 delivery on the way. Matsui a chopper, good pitch. Birkin kept it away. Roberts makes the play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 are left on base. It remains 1-1.
Starting to become a lot of fun right now, and I feel like I'm in a good groove, and hopefully I could stay consistent.
Tell us about the difference between last start and your previous starts. You had a pretty good feeling that last start was going to be pretty good against the Indians.
Yeah, I made some adjustments with my pitches, and I stopped trying to do too much with my breaking stuff, and I was able to just relax out there, and for the first time since I've been here in the big leagues, I've been able to really get in a good groove. And it makes the game go a lot better.
Talk about what you characterize as visualizing your start, how you visualize pitches, visualize location. How has that helped you?
Oh, it's helped a lot. I mean, it's important to have a good feeling when you're going out there. to know that you're comfortable gripping every pitch. And the main thing is just stay comfortable, and I felt like I had that in my last start.
Felix Pie leading it off here. Pie had a single, extended his hit streak to 7 games. And the top of the order, Roberts and his Torres will follow against CC Sabathia. And the 1-0 is taken down low. Brian, did you what's your feeling on the fact you're probably not going to pitch all the way through the month?
Well, you know it's tough. You never want to stop throwing, especially when you start to feel that things are finally starting to work out well. But obviously, in the long run, it's important to take care of my health and make sure that I don't overdo it. And I mean, like I said, you never want to stop pitching before the season ends. But but in the long run, it's the right thing to do.
Talk about how much better you felt after your last start because your mechanics were improved compared to some of the starts earlier.
Oh well, obviously, it's a lot better feeling when you're comfortable out on the mound. And I had that feeling. And in the other starts, I felt like I was able to really gut my way through outings. I was able to just really grind. But you never want to go through an outing grinding your way through it. You like to be comfortable and get in that set groove. And to have that against the Indians was special. And hopefully I could continue to do that.
When you look at Andy Pettit and CC Sabathia, can you pick something up watching these polished veterans?
I mean, you can see how they move their fastball in and out so well, and both have excellent changeups that they work. They start it in the zone and it bites down at guys' feet, and you could just see their presence on the mound. They have great moxie, and they look comfortable. You could tell that they've been in the big leagues for a while.
Did you say moxie?
I said moxie. Yeah,
I love you.
I use that term a lot.
I'm a moxie fan.
I use that term a lot with Guthrie. We joke about it. We always talk about guys who have good or bad moxie, and you could say that about CC and Pettit, that they both have great moxie.
I like that a lot. We'll explain that when we're done with you. What kind of a drink? Have you ever had moxie?
I haven't. I know that there was a sign in the Tampa Bay locker room. It had Ted Williams.
Yes.
And he was drinking moxie, and so we always refer to good moxie as Ted Williams.
He grew up drinking that. It's a New England It's a New England soda. As a kid, I used to grow up buying that at the corner store. Have some moxie. 1 ball, 1 strike out here in Brian Roberts. Roberts had a single and has struck out. How about Felix Pie? Let me ask you, do you watch these hitters of the Orioles in particular when you're not pitching on the bench over there?
Oh, absolutely.
And how about Pie?
Oh, Pie's on fire right now. He's just hitting the ball both sides of the field, just everything, line drive. That home run he hit out yesterday, I couldn't believe it got out. It was just a line shot that just kept carrying. I thought, he started out of the box looking like he wanted 3 on it.
Yeah,
ended up going pretty deep into the stands.
Right, pitchers on the day before they pitch, it's been historical in baseball that you used to chart games. A lot of pitchers don't do that. Do you have something you like to do the day before if the same team is going to be your opponent?
Well, as a starting pitcher, we have to chart the game before. And so, I mean, if we're lucky enough to be able to chart the same team the day before start, it works out well. But I always go over video, always go over all the hitters and know their tendencies. So it makes it a lot easier going into the game time.
How much fun has it been that you've had some of the younger guys up here and you've all kind of taken your turns in the rotation together and you're kind of growing as big leaguers together? How good has that been for all of you?
Oh, it's a lot of fun because we all get along so well. We're always out there shagging in the outfield during BP, joking around, having a good time. And I mean, the main thing that we're all have each other's backs. And Cranny always talks about you want to beat the opposing pitcher, pitch better than the other guy. And I feel like within the last few weeks, we've all been doing a great job beating our opposing pitchers and giving our team a chance to win.
Brian, we really appreciate it. It's always great talking to you and great to have you with us, and success here on the remaining starts you've got and with the years here with the Orioles. Thanks a million.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
And drink your moxie.
All right, I will.
Okay, Brian.
All right.
Brian Mattis joining us, the Orioles starter. It's funny you mentioned that sign. I have that sign.
Yeah.
It's one of those old tin signs that Ted Williams was one of the product placement people that they used back when he played for Moxie in New England, and they used to hang it on all the corner stores. It'd be hanging on the wall or something, and I knew the guy across the street who ran a store, and I picked up the tin sign when I was a kid. Most people have never heard of Moxie or the term. And the pitch is taken down low for a ball. We'll have to get a case of them sent down here.
But well, they'd love that, wouldn't they?
I don't know if they'd like the moxie.
No, they'd like having it. Yeah. They'd like having it, and obviously in New England, if it was good enough for Ted Williams, it was going to sell.
Yeah, exactly. 1-0 count, Nolan Reimold, and he'll take the pitch inside. Reimold had a single, 1 for 2 in the ball game. The Orioles PA a leadoff single, now at second base. Roberts struck out, didn't agree with home plate umpire Randy Marsh about the call, and his Torres grounded out. That's 6 Ks in the game now for Sabathia, and if my count's right, 5 of those have been called third strikes. Reimold on that pitch that's going away, and it's 2-1.
I have to admit, I never knew the genesis of the phrase moxie, but that's pretty interesting. And when you think about Ted Williams, I mean, he was the epitome of a guy that had moxie and just stood up there and said, "Come on, boys, let's play some baseball."
Yeah, it's the company was S&OK Bottlers. Why I would remember that, I have no idea. Well, I do know why. They were in my hometown, actually. 2-ball, 1 strike count. Delivered to Reimold, just missed inside, and a 3-1 count.
So now you got to tell me what it tastes like.
Well, it's a very unusual drink. It actually came along, as I understand it, back when you used to be selling the medicines, the cure-alls on the carts that traveled from town to town. Moxie was supposed to be, as Coke was at one point, a medicinal drink. Moxie's got a lot of caramel in it. It's a very caramel drink, very dark, kind of heavy, and I'm not really sure what. I think it's got the extract of some kind of bark in it, like the birch bark that's in the
birch beer, kind of something like that.
Doesn't taste like birch beer though. It's a very heavy drink. We'll get some. We'll find some Moxie.
We've got Moxie. We just need to have some to drink.
I got to go find out who bottles it. 3-ball, 2 strike count. PA on at second base. Reimold trying to get the RBI in a 1-1 ball game, and he draws the walk, and that is the first surrendered by Sabathia in the game. Comes on the 80th pitch thrown by the left-hander. So the Orioles 2 on 2 down, and Nick Markakis. Many of you know Nick Markakis nominated for the Roberto Clemente Humanitarian Award, one of the great awards in baseball, for efforts done by ball players outside the confines of the park for the community and organizations.
And today is Roberto Clemente Day, where baseball honors Roberto Clemente, the memory of what he has done and meant for baseball. That plaque on the side of the bases reflects that.
1-0 count, 2-1. Interesting that today was the day Roberto Clemente set the Pittsburgh record for hits. He broke Honus Wagner's mark of 2,971 on this day in 1972. He would later in 1972 get his 3,000th hit. It was his last major league at bat when he got it. That ball in the air to left center field, and it'll be played by Cabrera for the out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 are left on base. Tough pitching. 1-1. Real good ball game. 1 run on 6 hits for the Orioles. 1 run, 7 hits for the Yankees. 7 Yankees have been stranded. 6 have been left by the O's. Jason Birkin has walked 1, struck out 3, worked out of a couple of jams in the last 2 innings. CC Sabathia has got a walk and 6 strikeouts in the ball game for the Yankees. Robinson Cano asking for the timeout. And that'll be fouled away. He has singled and flied to right.
But I just have to say this again. Matt Wieters and Jason Birkin have done a heck of a job mixing up the pitches, knowing that this Yankee team, very aggressive first pitch fastball hitters. They have thrown sinkers, they have thrown off speed pitches first pitch. Done a nice job.
Cano, 3 hits in 5 at bats off Birkin. Takes the pitch away, 1-1.
Rick Kranitz a couple of days ago decided he was not going to give the young pitchers a very detailed scouting report. Didn't want them to overthink the situation. And sometimes when you talk hitters, pitchers become intimidated by the scouting report.
1-1. That's going to be a base hit into right. Hit hard. So that's Robinson Cano's second hit of the ball game, and a leadoff single in the 6th inning of a tie game. All right, Ford trivia question: the most home runs in a season occurred in which stadium? Here, Citizens Bank, Coors Field, or the Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati?
I'm going to say Coors Field because of the Blake Street Bombers.
Yes, I agree. Coors Field. We'll check on the answer.
Yeah.
303, 99. Rockies 159, 144 by the opponents. They were flying out.
Yeah, that's before the humidor.
Where the balls were put in the humidor to soften them up.
Right next to Gary's cigars.
That's right, exactly right. Clint Hurdle kept his cigars in there.
Yeah.
And the balls oftentimes smelled like cigars. A 1-0 count. Cabrera, a double, and is grounded out. Leadoff man on for the Yankees.
Now, a lot of people that aren't familiar with what we're talking about, the humidor, because the city is a mile high, the air is very dry, and balls were flying out. You see this year the ballpark leaders: Yankee Stadium, Rangers Ballpark, Citizens Bank, and Miller Park, all there with Camden Yards, top 5 in baseball. But they put them in a humidor to keep the moisture, and so the baseballs wouldn't dry out in that dry air in Denver. And it seems to have worked. It seems to keep the ball, not just going crazy out there. Because years ago when I played in the American Association, Denver was in AAA, and they played in the Mile High Stadium, and balls would fly out of there like nobody's business. Pitchers were hitting them out of there. I never did.
What an ugly thought. I was going to say. No catchers,
they
but
told
pitchers.
me it was really curious.
It was really good. The delivery Cabrera showed Buddy will take it for a strike. Supposedly, when they built the stadium in Denver, the lines and the dimensions were supposed to have been adjusted percentage-wise to the mile-high conditions, but it sure didn't look that way when games started being played. But the humidor was the answer. Ground ball to third. Melvin Morris short hop. He'll knock it down and get the out. Cano will go down to second base. Cabrera's retired. 1 away.
Boy, that was a tough hop for Melvin Moore, but certainly was a tailor-made ball for a double play. He got an in-between hop as the left-hander Cabrera slaps it toward him. You can see that ball kicked up. He was able to knock it down and throw him out. But as sharply hit as it was, if he fields it cleanly, they got a chance for 2.
And that will be it for Jason Birkin. 86 pitches thrown in the ball game. He goes 5 1/3. Ball game is tied at 1-1. 1-1. Pretty solid performance by the Orioles starter right there. Mark Hendrickson will come on, the left-hander.
Hendrickson, 46 appearances to this point. He appeared in the first game of this series, worked an inning and 2/3 on Monday night, and was charged with 3 earned runs on 5 hits. So he matches up against the left-hander Eric Hinske in the 8th spot.
Hinske hasn't faced left-handers often, but he's 4 for 11 with 2 home runs off him. And he'll take the breaking ball for a strike. Runner on at second base, tie game.
What Hinske does is he will go the opposite way. He's faced Mark Hendrickson a lot, 1 for 11. But he kind of changes his sights when he's hitting against the left-hander, shooting the ball toward that gap in left center. That helps him stay on the ball.
Cano at second base and foul back into the screen.
Hinske homered in the 3rd inning, leading off the 3rd. It was the first run, only run for the Yankees, and he's a powerful hitter. Hit that ball to center field. It's number 7 on the season.
Then he got intentionally walked. Hinske's had 2 hits in September, and they're both home runs. Mark Hendrickson, 1 away in the 0-2 delivery, and that'll be fouled off the other way. It'll stay at 2 strikes. The Orioles try to avoid the sweep by the Yankees. If the Yankees win it, it'll be their 10th in a row, and it'll be the longest winning streak by the Yankees against the Orioles since 1955. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that'll be fouled back again. And by the way, a 10-game winning streak is the longest ever held by the Yankees against the Orioles. It is at 9 right now. The Orioles trying to end that and avoid the sweep. Joe Girardi's team looking for their 85th win. Hendrickson has it 0-2. Hinske will fight that one off.
Just barely got a piece of it that time. Hendrickson came inside with the fastball. Clark's got a little help down there in the bullpen now from the left side. He's got Alberto Castillo. Alberto came in and faced 2 batters in last night's game. He struck out Mark Teixeira to end the inning, and he got Johnny Damon to pop up before Teixeira.
Breaking ball that he took. Hinske's one of those players who seems to always be around winners. Which comes first? Obviously great teams, but winning teams like to have Hinske around, it seems. I mean, they go out and find him. Red Sox did that.
Well, he was the Rookie of the Year in Toronto when I managed in 2002. We started him out at 3rd base, and that's where he was at that point.
Got him swinging.
Good pitch again by Mark Hendrickson in a pivotal at bat. This time it's that curveball. It's been so good for him. Hinske looked like he stayed back, but you can see how far out in front he was.
Well, Hendrickson gets the strikeout. It's the only batter he's going to face. So the matchups will continue. 3rd of an inning and a strikeout for Hendrickson. Now there are 2 down. Cano's still on at second base. Kamikalaya will come on to do the pitching against Molina. Of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Good ball game, tied at 1-1. Nicolayo
makes his 10th appearance. He has not been available the last day or so. He said he had a fatigued arm, and now he's better, so he can pitch in tonight's game. So Nicolayo will come on to face Jose Molina, and obviously big out. Go ahead runs at second base, and for Robinson Cano. Cano has reached base twice tonight on 2 singles and 3 trips, and Nicolayo's got a chance to get out of this inning against Jose Molina.
2 down. First time Nicolayo has faced the Yankees this year. And the pitch will be taken outside. Molina's grounded out and flied out, the 0 for 2. Hitting just .227 with a home run and 9 RBIs. Cano, good lead at second base, big lead, and the pitch will be taken outside. Orioles not trying to hold Cano at second, so he's wandering off with an enormous secondary lead. Pitch will be taken up high. You got Derek Jeter waiting on deck. The idea was not to come in and put Molina on.
Well, that's why Dave went to the right-hander, hoping not to turn the lineup over. You know, he probably felt that Hendrickson could get Molina out, but he didn't want to take a chance and match up the righty against Molina. And now he's walked him off 4 pitches.
4 straight.
Best laid plans.
So Derek Jeter will come up. Rick Kranitz will come out. Counted 1 okay and 5 yups.
Yep. I was right with you.
There's only one person talking in that visit, and it wasn't the pitcher. So here's Jeter in a 1-1 ball game. Runners on at first and second base, 2 down. Cano at a leadoff single. He's out there at second. Now the walk to Molina. Jeter's got 0 for 3, 2 ground ball outs and a strikeout in the game. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
You certainly have an advantage if you can Nicolayo working in this situation. Nobody has faced him before.
0-1 delivery way outside with that one.
You got 97 miles an hour with a fastball, throwing from Laredo, stepping toward the third baseline. And if you throw it over, chances are you're going to have some success.
Jeter hitting .447 over the last 21 ball games, finishing up a career high in hits in August. In that leadoff spot, trying to give the Yankees a lead in the ball game. Orioles got the lead in the first. Markakis sac fly. Harakinski tied it. Home run in the third. No runs have scored since. Jason Birkin hoping. Cano and the other runner stays right out there. Popped that one up down the line and right. Wigginton going over and no play. Two ball, 2 strike count. Jeter 286 with runners in scoring position on the year. Nicolayo checks Cano at second base on the 2-2. And Jeter will foul it back.
They got a pretty good fastball there, 96 miles an hour, and first time Jeter has faced Cam Nicolayo. A little difficult trying to figure out where the ball is coming from. Haven't faced a guy before, and he's thrown this hard from an unusual crossfire delivery.
2-2 delivery to him. Jeter a ground ball and a check swing. Brian Roberts will hustle it over to first and get the out. So the Yankees unable to find the hit. Nicolayo gets it done. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. It is still 1-1.
Zach Britton is named Carolina League Pitcher of the Year. So congratulations to 2 Orioles minor leaguers, Gary.
Yeah, congratulations. Thanks, Amber.
Zach Britton, a very talented left-handed pitcher with a great sinking fastball and a real good breaking ball. Making some strides and moving forward. Will not pitch the rest of the season, but he is a very promising left-hander.
So it remains tied 1-1, and CC Sabathia facing Mora, Wieters, and Scott in the inning. Melvin Mora 0 for 2 has struck out and flied out. Sabathia 1 walk, 6 strikeouts in the game. Sac fly Markakis, the only Orioles run. Home run Hinsky, the only Yankees run. Melvin will pop that one up towards second base. And 1 away. Orioles are going to wrap up their 09 season with Fan Appreciation Weekend. It's October 2 through 4 against the Jays. Don't miss all the fun. O's will be thanking their most loyal fans with a special pregame ceremony before each game, as well as a postgame fireworks display on Friday, October 2, and an Oktoberfest celebration presented by Guinness on Saturday, October 3. For tickets, call the Orioles 888-848-VERT or go to Orioles.com. Matt Wieters. Wieters a single, fouls that one away. He's also been called out on strikes. Might add to the news and notes Amber was talking about. I can't believe how little attention the Ninth Circuit decision on those samples is getting. Those baseball urine samples that have been the subject of the list with names leaking out. The appeals court in the Ninth Circuit ruled that the government had acted improperly in seizing them, and all but 10 of them were legally seized. Wieters gets the strikeout. Federal prosecutors today have asked for a delay of implementation of the order, which means all of those samples for the moment will not be destroyed. They have until November 24 to file an appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court. But if that case stays as it is, all of those samples are going to be destroyed, except for the 10 that were involved in the federal investigation of Belko. And all those names that have not been released will forever be lost. gone.
And that's the way it should be, because the deal was agreed to be anonymous. The testing would be anonymous, and it was only supposed to be for a number to get a percentage of what the problem might be. And the Players Association, I kind of thought that was unusual. They didn't ask for it to be implemented immediately.
1-0 delivery on the way. Well, the court never would have granted it. The stay of a decision like that is almost granted automatically. So the prosecutors can have time to decide whether to appeal to the Supreme Court.
60 days.
24th is the date they have. November 24th is the day they have to decide, have an appeal filed, or lose the right to appeal. 2-0 delivery on the way. Swung on and missed. Luke Scott popped out, called out on strikes.
And the longer that they have to decide this, the more opportunities there are that the list gets out again.
That's the concern.
Yep.
Who has that list? Because there seem to be copies not in the hands of the federal prosecutors, but outside of that. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Scott will take the fastball inside where Sabathia has stayed. And Scott's at bats. He's been just boring those pitches in on Luke Scott. Sabathia, 92 pitches. Here's the 3-1 delivery. And there it is again on that inside corner. 3-2.
And you can see the target is down and away. But the break is so significant, even though it starts off the plate inside, it catches the inside corner. That pitch is not by design, but the break is consistent. And that's what's creating problems for Luke Scott.
2 down, 3-2. And Scott becomes the 9th victim. Strikeout wise for CC Sabathia. Another 1-2-3 inning. Game 1-1.
Seventh. Jason Birkin was great tonight. 5 and a third inning pitch, just the home run to Hinske, allowed 3 strikeouts. Felix P.A. in a start against the left-handers, come up with 2 singles, and there's the Hinske home run, as we mentioned, number 7 on the season.
All of the Oriole hits have been singles in the ball game. Johnny Damon leads it off. Nicolao's pitch is taken inside. Damon has had 2 hits, 2 for 3. A double, a single. Damon now has a 9-game hit streak going. And the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Johnny Damon continues to have an outstanding year against the Orioles, especially in the RBI department with 10 of them, a couple of home runs. Strike on the outside corner. 2-1 delivery. Damon takes it, and that's going to be down low.
I don't care where you are in this Yankee lineup, you can ill afford to walk the leadoff batter. That just creates so many problems and encourages the Yankees lineup.
3-1 will be foul back. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Damon. Birkin with an outstanding start, but he'll be non-decisioned in this game, his second outing against the Yankees. Hendrickson, a third of an inning, got a strikeout. Nicolai walked one and got the final out in that last inning. Damon will take it up high in the ever-dangerous leadoff walk in the 7th. Amber.
Well, Gary, you wanted to know about Moxie, and the beauty of the internet is you can find out about Moxie. There are still 6 bottlers in the United States that produce Moxie. It's owned by Cornucopia Beverages out of Bedford, New Hampshire, but it is the designated official soft drink of Maine. It was made that in 2005, and you're right, it did start out as a medicinal drink in 1876 by Dr. Augustine Thompson. He called it Moxie Nerve Food. He claimed it contained extracts from a rare unnamed South American plant that was discovered by his fictional friend Lieutenant Moxie, and it cured paralysis, nervousness, and insomnia. Later they added soda water and it became Moxie the drink. Back to you.
Good. Thank you.
I love that. Moxie. Ted Williams. He's got a baseball lick.
That's the sign. That's the one I was telling you about. Oh my gosh, how about that? Nick Swisher. Not only that, we found out where to get it in Baltimore.
And oh, you did?
Yes.
Wow.
It's sold here.
That's pretty cool. How and for people who are just tuning in, say, what the heck are they talking about?
Well, they do that often.
Brian's it's kind of a regular thing with you and I. But Brian Mattis is the one that brought it up in his conversation with us regarding that Pettit and Sabathia had Moxie. And Gary then went off on
Little did he know the ruckus he was going to create by mentioning Moxie. Nick Swisher, he has walked, singled, and struck out. So I'll be making a trip to the daily grind to find a case of Moxie. We'll get some in here and have a taste test. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Damon with the lead at first base is running down the left field side. Raimo not going to get it. Damon at third will stop there. Throw will come to second, and in with a double is Swisher.
leadoff walk. Just gives him so many opportunities. Swisher delivers the opposite field to double. He's been on base 3 times. I mean, he is an on-base machine, and they put him in the 3rd spot tonight. Look at that pitch. Down and away. Weeder's coming out of the chute as Damon was running on the pitch. Raimo plays it on the hop. Damon recognizes immediately that's not going to get caught. Steps on the bag, makes the turn, and goes to 3rd.
Well, the task grows tougher. A-Rod's last hit was number 2,500. He got it in the 5th inning. Infield is going to move in with nobody out. One of the things A-Rod has done, 12 of the 23 home runs this season have either tied or given the Yankees the lead. Sometimes he takes a knock for getting knocks that come when it doesn't matter. The numbers say otherwise. A strike taken on the inside corner, and a 1 ball 1 strike count.
Yeah, it was a good breaking ball, and it really buckled the knees of Alex Rodriguez at the plate. Again, everybody getting their first look at Cam Nicolai.
1-1 delivery on the way to him. A-Rod will get a base hit into center field. It'll score 2 runs. Damon and Swisher will both cross, and the Yankees have a 3-1 lead.
Alex Rodriguez did the same thing last night. Tied the game up with a single right back up the middle. That came in the 6th inning, and that made it a 6-6 game at the time. Here he comes through and puts the Yankees ahead. Boy, not a bad pitch, but a great approach from Alex Rodriguez. Damon walked, he scores, and right behind him, Nick Swisher.
So Rodriguez delivers, and the Yankees go on top here in the 7th inning. RBI 72 and 73 on the season. That will be it for Micolayo. He is coming out of there. Coming up with one on will be Matsui.
With no one out, got Johnny Damon to pop up the left field and struck out Mark Teixeira. Then he gave way to Chris Ray. So now he's on to face Hideki Matsui and Robinson Cano with nobody out, and Alex Rodriguez at first.
And there goes A-Rod, maybe getting picked. Wigginton's throw is in time, and they get the out. So Rodriguez out of there. He was going. Trouble was, Castillo still had the baseball.
Yeah, he was going on first movement, and the first movement was the first. Look at Wigginton clear the base path. Makes a strong throw. Alex Rodriguez tried to take his hand away, but Eustace stayed with it. Good move by Wigginton. Here's watch the hand of Rodriguez. Tries to take it away from the tag, but Eustace stays with him and tagged him on the hit.
So that is the first out of the inning. Matsui is 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 7 in the series. One down, bases empty, 2 runs in here in the 7th. And that is going to miss as it got botched at the plate. Alberto Castillo up for the 2nd time this season from Norfolk. 13 saves at AAA, 54 strikeouts in 50 games. There's A-Rod. In the air to right field. Markakis is there. Matsui retired, 2 down.
That's pretty nice when you come into a situation with nobody out and you get it out before you throw a pitch to the batter. That's what happened with Castillo. Guessing right with A-Rod. Went to first base, picked him off, and now he's got 2 quick outs.
Talked about the extra base hits these teams have picked up. 10 hits on the board for the Yankees. 4 have been extra base hits in this ball game. They've got a home run and 3 doubles. That has been the problem for the Orioles. Any chance they've had against CC Sabathia has been the result of the singles they picked up, 6 of them. But they've not been able to join them together nor get an extra base hit. Robinson Cano. He will take the pitch for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Cano 306 off left-handers this year. He's been in there to face both the right and lefties. 0-1 delivery, foul back, went up high after 1 0-2.
Gary, we always talk about how difficult the American League East is to pitch in. Brad Penny left Boston, lost his starting job, goes to San Francisco. Tonight he's shutting out the Phillies in the 8th inning. pretty good acquisition by the Giants. Yep. But it's intense in the American League East.
0-2 delivery on the way. A chopper right back to the mound. Castillo gets the out. But a couple of runs in. 8-run, 2 RBIs. Yankees up. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly.
Mick Kelleher is with his help over there. Extra set of eyes at first base.
That's how you win games, and that's how you become a winning team. If you've got players like that who are doing those things all the time, and that's just their mindset, it just permeates the whole organization.
Yeah, you don't want to throw away outs, and that's what he felt like right there, because they've had a chance to expand their lead, and he goes on first move with Castillo and gets picked off. He wants to know why. What did I see that allowed me to break when I thought he was going home?
Now, what do you do against CC Sabathia for the Orioles offense here? You're going to try and work him deep, make him throw a lot, try and get him out of there?
Well, the thing he's done all night long is he's pitched ahead, and he's pitched ahead with all of his pitches, so it doesn't really change what he's going to do right now. He's not going to change a thing just because he's got a 2-run lead. He's certainly not going to walk anybody to start the inning. That's what happened to the Orioles. That leadoff walk inevitably comes around to score.
Ty Wigginton leading it off here against CC Sabathia. Left-hander. He's going to have a leadoff man on here as Wigginton comes through. Wigginton seems to see Sabathia pretty strong. He hits the ball hard against him, not just tonight, but in past games.
Well, he likes hitting left-handers, and I think now he's getting a few more regular at-bats. He's taking full advantage of that. You got a chance to see Pettit the other night. Well, nobody was hitting Pettit, so it didn't make any difference. But just seeing left-handers picking up the release point, he's taking advantage of that tonight against Sabathia.
You're worried about scoring Wigginton here and getting one, or you just want to try for the big inning?
You just want to move him around, and I think that's the one thing that the Orioles have to think about, just putting some hits back to back to back, and you get down the bottom of the order. Felix Piet's had a nice night tonight. 2 singles against Sabathia, and he's just got to stay on the ball and continue to try to have a good at-bat here.
The hottest of the Oriole hitters will stand in, and PA will foul it off. PA's had 2 singles in this ball game. Jerry Hairston has taken over for Eric Hinske in right field. A common late inning defensive change that Girardi makes. Wigginton a 2 for 3 on with a leadoff single. Felix Piet 7-game hit streak. Fouls that one off the other way. Roberts and then Izturis will be due up for the Orioles here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, there were so many questions about how they were going to address the loss of Adam Jones. But at least for the short term, Felix Piet said, how about me? And the way you do that, you get some hits against a tough left-hander. He's got 2 tonight so far.
0-2 delivery on the way, and he just fouls that one off. Down and away. 0-2 count. So the Orioles will try and battle back and get a victory here to come from behind win against Sabathia. Looking for victory number 16 on the year. And also for after his 8th win. He has not so far hurt his 2.55 lifetime ERA against the Orioles. He's got the lowest ERA of any active pitcher against the Orioles, and he gets him on a strikeout. That's 9 Ks by Sabathia. All of the youth sports teams and coaches, pay heed. Orioles are inviting you to sign up for Youth Sports Day, Sunday, September 20. Red Sox will be in town. Your sports team, any kind, lacrosse, baseball, football, basketball, you can take part in a pregame parade around Oriole Park and enjoy group pricing. For details, call the Orioles 888-BIRD or go to Orioles.com for information. Always a great day when the kids get to be out on the field and make that parade route around it. Ryan Roberts a single and struck out twice. Sabathia with a strike. Sabathia only 1 walk and 9 strikeouts in the ball game. Oh, 1 delivery. Comes right after him, keeping the ball down and away, and a 2-strike count. Sabathia's had a couple of games with 10 strikeouts, Seattle and the last game against the White Sox. His season high lifetime 13 strikeouts, his career high against Kansas City back in 07. 1 ball, 2-strike count. Gurney warming up in the bullpen. 1-2 delivery. Roberts off the fist.
This is CC Sabathia's 9th season. Came up very young with the Indians, moved right into the rotation. That began in 2001. His first year he went 17-5 with 33 starts and 180 innings. First year.
180 innings. That ground ball is going to go right to second base. Cano 1, quick throw. Got him. Robinson Cano has got one of the best arms for a second baseman in the majors, and he uses it right here. (10-0) for the Yankees. The Orioles won 7-0. Alberto Castillo 2/3 of an inning, nothing across. Micolayo a third of an inning, 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. He is the pitcher of record right now, Micolayo, and here is Danny Baez.
Danny Baez trying to keep this game well within reach. Working to Cabrera, Hinsky, and Molina. Excuse me. Hairston has taken over for Hinsky in the 8th spot. Jerry Hairston Jr.
Yankees batting in the 8th. Cabrera's had a double. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Baez's pitch to short is Torres. 1 away on 1 pitch in the 8th. A 5th and final date added to enjoy Oriole Park's newest location, 2110 Utah Street, presented by First Fidelity Mortgage. You can join the fans of Nick and Adam Jones on Saturday, October 3. $21 reserved bleacher seat and the I Live at 2110 Utah Street t-shirt. You can call 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. That's going to be on October 3. Here is Jerry Hairston. Hairston getting his first at bat. He's taking over in right field. 286 for the Yankees in 25 games, 42 at bats, couple of home runs and 10 RBIs.
What 2 tough pitches right there. Hairston saying, listen, I just came into the game and you're painting the outside corner at 95. Hairston 0 for 3 in the opener of this series. He was also hit by a pitch. He played defense last night and struck out in the 9th inning against Clay Meredith.
0-2 delivery fouled away. For Danny Baez, this is the fourth game that he's appeared in this year against the Yankees. He's worked 4 2/3 innings, given up 5 runs on 4 hits, 4 strikeouts and a couple of walks against Yankee hitters this year. 0-2 delivery on the way, and he just missed outside. 1-2. Yankees have a 5-game win streak coming into this ball game and the 6.5 game lead over the Red Sox. 1-2 delivery. That'll get away and go to the backstop. Red Sox losing to Tampa Bay by a couple in the 7th inning tonight.
Josh Beckett started for the Red Sox. Matt Garza for Tampa Bay, and Beckett has given up at least 1 home run tonight again.
Swung on, fouled off. That got the home plate umpire Randy Marsh. The Tigers beat Cleveland today 4-2, and the White Sox beat Minnesota 4-2. So the Tigers' lead in the Central is now up to 4.5 games. That's a big win. Minnesota had won 8 out of 10 coming into today's play before they lost. Tigers trying to hang on. You can hear the fingernails on the chalkboard in the division race over there in the Central.
They play one another 7 times at the end of the year, Minnesota and Detroit. So Minnesota still feeling like if they can stay close, then they will have the fate in their own hands.
Two ball, 2 strike count. Off the fist is Torres. And there are 2 down. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. CC Sabathia so far walked 9 strikeouts and only 1 run off him. Jason Birkin gave up a run on 8 hits over 5 1/3. Real good start. And A-Rod's had the big hit in the game. He's got 2 singles, 2 big RBIs in the 7th. Text in your vote A, B, or C to 518-62. The other race kind of goes unnoticed as the Angels Texas. That one to second. Brian Roberts has got it. And that's that. Molina retired. Good inning as Baez shuts him down 1-2-3. The Yankees up 2-3-1.
see his line. 7 innings, an earned run, 7 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 105 pitches over his 7 innings of work, and he's in position to win the ball game. Brian Bruni comes out of the bullpen for the 33rd time. Bruni in this series pitched in the opener, came on in the 9th inning, retired just 1 batter. He had a walk and a base hit, and turned things over to Mariano Rivera, who came in to close out the 4-1 win, actually 5-1 win.
Bruni did not have a particularly good start to the season out of the pen, and had the Yankees worried because they had counted on him as something, as a setup man, really. Now they've got a couple of setup men because he's pitching well. He has not allowed to run his last 8 appearances over 8 2/3 innings. And Bruni, Phil Cote, Phil Hughes, Damaso Marte, Mariano Rivera have come together as a formidable bullpen unit. Misses up high again, and a quick 2-0 count on his Torres.
Yeah, and Molina doesn't waste any time going to the mound here. Obviously, it's a 2-run game. Leadoff batter is very important. And Molina saw something he didn't like. There's the left-hander Phil Koch loosening up. It's Mike Harkey standing on the opposite rubber. He's the bullpen coach. Harkey and Girardi together with the Cubs.
As Torres in the game has popped out, been called out on strikes and grounded out in the number 2 spot in this ball game. As Torres has come up with somebody on base all 3 times. Bases loaded in the second, 2 down when he got called out on strikes. And as Torres grounded out in the 5th inning of the ball game after a leadoff single by PA. 2 ball 1 strike count. That one towards center. In was Cabrera, right where he needed to be. The Orioles and the Oriole wives have teamed up with the Maryland SPCA to create a very special souvenir. Your copy of the 2010 Orioles Pet Calendar. You'll find 16 months of your favorite Orioles players, pets, lovable dogs and cats. Proceeds benefit the Maryland SPCA and their work with homeless pets locally. To get your Orioles Pet Calendar, go to Orioles.com today. Nolan Reimold. Reimold is single, grounded out, and a walk in the game. Orioles batting in the bottom half of the 8th inning, trailing by a score of 3-1. 1-0 to Reimold. 1-1 on the outside corner. Jim Johnson getting ready for the Orioles. 1-1 delivery. Reimold in the air. Center field. It is deep. Warning track wall. And goodbye. Home run. Nolan Reimold. And the Orioles will pull to within 1.
Good coverage, good power to center field. That ball is up and out over the plate, and he gets great extension, rolls the wrist beyond contact, and hits it off that back wall beyond the center field fence. A 1-run game.
13 on the season. Joe Girardi's not going to let it go any further. Bruni will come out of there. 3rd of an inning, 1 run on 1 hit. And with these expanded rosters and lots of arms, managers make the changes. Phil Cote coming on.
very effectively. For the season, 72 2/3 innings. He was a starter. And he just really kind of came into his own working out of the bullpen, and the freedom of knowing you're going to pitch very short, maybe inning at a time, and it has really paid off. In 30 relief appearances, he has a 1.18 ERA. He's made 16 consecutive scoreless appearances dating back to the middle of June.
Vital part of the bullpen, a shutdown guy in these sorts of situations. Melvin Moore at 3 for 11 off Hughes lifetime. Melvin's got an 0 for 3 going in the ball game. Orioles are down by just 1 run. We are in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Nolan Reimold has delivered the homer to pull the Orioles to within a 1-run differential. 21,126. 2-1-1-2-6 on hand. Crowds have gone down in size in each of the 3 games by a bit. 25 plus the first 2 and 21 plus for this one. Melvin Moore will take the fastball that is in there for a strike. Moore is playing his 140th game against the Yankees. Takes the ball in the air to right, and it will be caught. Jerry Hairston Jr. charging, puts it away. The Reimold homer in the 8th has made it a 3-2 Yankee lead.
Pitched since Sunday, in a very good inning of work on Sunday against the Indians. He had a 1-2-3 9th inning, including a strikeout, and love to do the same here against the middle of the order. Actually, top of the order. Derek Jeter will start here in the 9th inning. So it's Jeter, Damon, and Swisher. That's what Jim Johnson is looking at, trying to keep this a 1-run game. 3-2 Yankees, top of the 9th.
Jeter has gone 0 for 4 in the ball game. Maybe his last chance to extend a 5-game hit streak. Jim Johnson hits the pitch inside. Jeter, a .313 lifetime hitter here at Camden Yards, with 13 home runs in this ballpark. Closing in on the Lou Gehrig hit total all-time leaderboard for the Yankees. And that pitch will miss inside for a ball. Two-0 count on Jeter. Johnson maybe a little bit rusty. 2-0 delivery on the way, and Jeter went around on that pitch, and the count is 2-1.
That's a wicked fastball that Johnson throws. That two-seam hard running fastball inside. You see it out over the inner part of the plate, and then it just dives down and in.
2-1 pitch stayed in on him, and a 2-ball 2-strike count.
That's as good a sinking fastball as there is in the American League. I mean, he throws it right over the top. The bottom drops out. It's 95 miles an hour. That's filthy.
Yankees are looking for their 40th win on the road. It would give them the lead in that department in the American League. 2-2 delivery. They already have the best record in the majors with the 84 wins that they have put up. 79 by the Dodgers is second. Many people are hoping for a Yankee-Dodger World Series, including people who work for the network. So Jeter's on this date. You may remember this. Cal in 1999 delivered his 400th home run. He became the 29th player in Major League history to do it on this date in 1999 for Cal Ripken. A little memory for the Orioles on this day. Jeter on, Damon up. Damon has drawn a walk, double, single, and flied out. A-Rod has put up a special number on the same day that Cal hit that home run, same date, day-wise. A-Rod's go up with his 2,500th hit. Runner goes, hit and run, perfectly executed. Jeter will head to third. Johnny Damon right off the end of the bat, just enough to get it out into no man's land. 3-hit ball game for Damon.
Well, you talk about serving it to the vacated spot. Look at that pitch. Maybe a foot off the plate. His throw is covering the bag, and look where that ball hits. 10 feet behind the dirt in shallow left field. Textbook hit and run. All you got to do is put it in play. There's going to be movement, and you can find a hole. But again, the leadoff walk leads to a Yankee rally.
And still nobody out. Nick Swisher is doubled, singled, walked, struck out. Yankees now have 11 hits in the ball game. Cam Nicolaos, the pitcher of record for the moment, giving up the 2 runs, 2 hits over a third after Birkin gave up just a run on 8 hits over 5 and a third. 1-0 count on Swisher. He's extended his hit streak to 4 games. He's had 6 hits in these 3 games and 12 at bats. Johnson misses. 2-0. Jeter at third, Johnny Damon at first, infield drawn in. As the Orioles are going to try and cut this run off, they'll give up the double play on a ground ball if they can get the out at the plate. Now, that makes it real tough on the infielders because Jeter doesn't have to go on a ground ball.
Right. Not forced. Now Moore keeping an eye on him. He can lay back a little deeper at third.
3-0 delivery and him swinging. 3-1.
Yeah. You give him a green light in this situation and trust him to be selective. He may have chased one out of the zone, but at the same time, he's got 2 left.
Baez worked an inning, retired all 3. Castillo 2/3 of an inning, retired the 2 that he faced. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Jim Johnson in a jam. 3-1 delivery. Swisher takes it. Bases loaded. And who else but A-Rod? There are the Fewest games to 2,500 hits by active players. Derek Jeter took him 1955 games. A-Rod 2,141. Then Ivan Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, and Omar Vizquel among the active players. A-Rod getting 2,500 tonight. He's got 2 hits, 2 for 4, and has the 2 big RBIs in the 7th inning. We were talking earlier about Roberto Clemente reaching that 3,000 hit club on his very last at bat before he died in that aid effort back in 1972. There are not many members, and I hope I'm remembering this right. I think it's 29 members of the 3,000 hit club. Ted Williams isn't in it. Honus Wagner I don't think is in it. There are a lot of great hitters who never got to the 3,000 hit mark. A strike called on A-Rod on the check swing. A-Rod has already made it, of course, to the 500 home run club, 576, 9th on the list. Now the next big number for him will be the 600 homers and the 3,000 hits. Here's the 0-1 delivery. A-Rod fouls it off, 0-2.
All right, Jim Johnson jumped out ahead with 2 real good fastballs.
One for 5, lifetime off Johnson for A-Rod. Infield stays in. It is a force out, of course, and a ground ball at the plate. Rodriguez has hit successfully in 11 games. Here's the 0-2 delivery. A-Rod in the air, left center field, and another big hit. Jeter scores. Damon scores. A 4 RBI ball game for Alex Rodriguez and a 5-2 Yankee lead.
Pitch by pitch sequence, and he chased that low fastball, fouled out the second low fastball, and just flares one. Got up in the zone. All he did was serve it into center field and picks up 2 more RBI. Boy, he shortens his stroke when he gets 2 strikes and just protects that strike zone, and he's put it in play effectively 3 times tonight. All to center field.
So he has had the big bat in this game. He gave him a lead in the 7th inning when the game was tied at 1-1 with a 2 RBI single. The Orioles got back to within 1 in the bottom of the 8th on the Nolan Reimold homer, and A-Rod gets another 2 RBI single in the top of the 9th inning. Rodriguez, 13 RBIs against the Orioles on the season, and he has only played in 11 of the 15 games. 2 on, still nobody out. Hideki Matsui is 0 for 4, 0 for 8 in the series. That'll be a dozen hits on the board now for the Yankees. Matsui takes it down low, 2-0. Jim Johnson, 2-0 delivery. Matsui is going to get a base hit into left field. Reimold up with it. Swisher will come to the plate, and he is in. Good throw by Reimold, but not in time. RBI single Matsui, 6-2.
Now, just no rest spots in this lineup. Reimold's throw is pretty good to the outside of home plate. Swisher slides to the inside and swipes his hand across the plate. Matsui will give to the pinch runner. He delivers an RBI base. It is first of the night.
Matsui, 73 RBIs for him, and a quiet 73 this year. So the Yankees jump out now to a 6-2 lead. That'll be it. Johnson will come out of there. Dennis Sabathia out of the bullpen for the Orioles. with the Yankees this season, an infielder with the expanded roster. His first appearance since the call-up. And Dennis Sabathia out of the pen.
9 appearances for the season. He's just the second since he's rejoined the ball club, coming off of the disabled list. He pitched in last night's game. Came into the ball game in the 6th inning, walked the first batter he faced, gave up an infield hit to Derek Jeter, and that was all. Was charged with a run. Didn't retire a batter.
This will be game number 4. Sabathia has pitched against the Yankees this year, an inning and a third. He's given up 4 runs on just 2 hits. That'll be fouled off. Robinson Cano. Now Jim Johnson out of there, no part of an inning. He gave up 3 hits, a couple of walks, and responsible for the 3 runs that have scored and the 2 runners on base. 6-13-0 for the Yankees, 2-8-0 for the Orioles. Cano's had 2 singles, 2 for 4, 7 for 12 in this 3-game set. Cano will take it inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson Cano hitting at .321. Both he and Jeter in the top 10 in average in the American League. Jeter 5th. He is 7th at the start of the day, at least. Giants have shut out Philadelphia 4-0 final score. Fouled off.
That was Brad Penny against Jay Happ. And the rookie left-hander for the Phillies has been very good. Brad Penny's first start with the Giants.
Oh my goodness. Giants Colorado battling for the wild card spot, with Colorado up by a game over the Giants, 3 over the Braves, 5 over the Marlins. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Cano.
Bobby Cano's never had a hit against Dennis Sabathia in 5 at-bats. Sabathia made his return last night. As we mentioned, he really didn't have very good command at all, and you might not expect that, but at the time, Cam Nicolao wasn't available.
Nobody else. 1-2 delivery in the air to left field. Nolan Raimo back. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Throw to third. Good one. Not in time. Good hustle. Rodriguez tags up and moves over. Pena stays at first base.
Raimo made a strong throw from the warning track, and Mora couldn't take the one hop. Tried to grab it and tag all in one, and Rodriguez with the good hard slide in the third and that straight leg. Sabathia was backing up the play to keep the pinch runner Pena at first.
First and third, 1 down. Melky Cabrera in the ballgame, a double. He's 1 for 4. And he's going to drive it to right. That's going to be a base hit. Rodriguez will score. There's the advantage of tagging up.
And that doesn't get overlooked by his teammates. It's easy just to stay put at third base, but it was deep enough for Alex to tag up. That gets Melky Cabrera an RBI.
Cabrera with his second hit of the ball game, a 2 for 5, and Melky Cabrera with 51 RBIs on the season now. So the Yankees 4 runs across here in the top of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second, and still only 1 away. The 8th batter to hit in the inning, Jerry Hairston. Dave Tremblay has gone to the bullpen unsuccessfully in this game, with 6 relievers used. Hairston will take a strike on that one. 4 runs in this inning. Will be charged to Johnson, and he's also responsible for Pena, the lead runner at second base. Hairston wanted back, grounded out. That is in there for a strike. And just like that, the Yankees are up to 14 hits in the ball game.
It's pretty common for Joe Girardi lately. The latter innings, the team really breaks out, scores a lot of late runs, and they've been abusing opposing bullpens. They outscored the White Sox 23-5, sweeping them at Yankee Stadium prior to this series.
They won the opener 5-1. The Yankees had 10 hits in that game. Last night they won 9-6. They had 12 hits in that ball game. And they're ahead tonight 7-2, and they've got 14 hits in this game. Fouled away off the fist. Count will stay to Hairston at 2 strikes. In this series now, the Yankees have scored 97 runs to the Orioles 61. As this is game number 15. 0-2 delivery, fouled again. And it will stay at 2 strikes.
In the open, we talked about the difference between these ball clubs, and you're looking at arguably the best ball club in baseball, the New York Yankees. They certainly have the best record, 84 wins going into tonight. No one else has 80. And Joe Girardi knows that his job isn't done yet. When you put together a roster for the Yankees, it's all about winning the World Series. Dave Tremblay is on the other end of the spectrum, trying to get to respectability and just adding enough talent to your team that you can compete.
Painful nights.
Yeah.
When you're just short of people to compete against a team like the Yankees. Jim Johnson, a real tough night. 0-2 delivery on the way, and that's going to miss in a 1-ball 2-strike count. The Yankees are going to go on to play 4 in Toronto beginning tomorrow night. If they win this game, they are going to go 34-11 since the All-Star break. It is the 3rd best second half they have ever had. If they keep winning, they may catch up. They went 35-9 back in 1938 after the All-Star game. That is the best mark the Yankees have ever had. 35-9. With a victory in this ball game, they are going to be 34-11. One ball, 2 strikes. Hairston fighting it off, not giving up his at bat here.
Well, you talk about the Yankees getting off to a great start in the second half of their seasons. This is the Orioles' Septembers over the last 5 seasons, and it's been a battle. Haven't had a winning September since 2004, and last year just won 5 games. And a product of that is the fact that you're facing the Red Sox and the Yankees, who are constantly battling for a playoff spot.
1-2 delivery on the way to right field. Nick Markakis. Pena will tag and stay at second. Hope you'll join us again on Friday. More Orioles action. Chris Tillman will take the mound against Scott Feldman and the Rangers. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with those extra, presented by AT&T, followed by game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Scott Feldman, 14-4. He has 10 wins on the road this year against Chris Tillman, and Tillman got an opportunity to even his record. He's 1-2 for the season. Respectable ERA at 4.24 in his 7 starts.
And it will be against another team that's eyeing the postseason. They are beating Toronto tonight 6-4.
They lost one of their big players in Michael Young, the third baseman, expected to be out 2 to 3 weeks with a strained hamstring. Suffered that injury last night.
Jose Molina 1-1.
Texas still has 7 games with the Angels.
We were talking, I started on that earlier, a race that seemingly is overlooked. The Angels have had such a great year, but they're only 4.5 ahead of Texas, and they do have those 7 games left against them. Swung out and missed, and the count will go to 1-2. Molina's had an 0 for 3 in the ball game and a walk. 2 on. 9th inning. 4 runs in. Sabathia trying to get the final out. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Boston's ahead in the wild card, 3.5 games ahead of Texas. Tampa Bay 6 games out. Texas they're hanging tough.
Yeah, they sure are hanging tough. And Texas plays the Angels 7 times. They also play, or the Angels also play the Yankees 4 times.
And that's going to be in the corner for a base hit. Pena will score. It'll be a long single for Molina, who does not run well. He gets the RBI, and the Yankees take an 8-2 lead.
Well, Molina gets his first hit of the night, a breaking ball that didn't get away from Molina. He's able to put the big barrel of the bat on the ball and hook it down the line. There's the pinch runner, Ramiro Pena, coming in to score. Moving into third base is Melky Cabrera, and Molina has his first hit in an RBI. That closes the book on Jim Johnson.
10th RBI for Molina. Yankees have batted around. Jeter started all of this, getting a walk. And he will take the pitch for a strike. 5 runs off Jim Johnson on 3 hits, 2 walks, and no part of an inning. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Jeter takes it outside. Jeter still has an 0 for 4 going in the ball game. One delivery. We showed you that Jeter reached that 2,500 hit mark faster than any active player. Jeter is over the 2,700 hit mark, and only 2 players reached that at a younger age: Hank Aaron and Robin Yount.
Yeah, he's in the elite in many categories. Not only for the Yankees franchise, but in the history of the game.
Two ball, 2 strike count on Jeter. Cabrera's at third base. Molina's at first. 2 down. A very long, painful inning for the Orioles. 2-2 fouled away. The Orioles were trying to avoid the sweep. They had held this to a tight game. Reimold in the 8th inning got a home run to make it 3-2. The Yankees have come back with 5 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Down low, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sabathia has thrown 26 pitches in the inning. And he didn't start the inning. First 5 Jim Johnson faced, and they got on. Here's the 3-2. Jeter towards the hole. As Torres can't get it. Cabrera will score. Jeter gets a hit. RBI. And a 9-2 game.
Six runs in the inning. Jeter just hits it through the hole as Torres gets a piece of it. Wasn't going to have a play. Would have not saved that run as Cabrera jogs in from third.
Still 2 down, 16 hits. Johnny Damon has singled in the inning. He has singled twice, doubled in the game, drawn a walk, scored twice. Now has a 9-game hit streak. Hitting .291 on the season. Dave Tremblay, Sabathia will try and just finish this inning out. Doesn't want him to go to the bullpen anymore, as this one has gotten away. And will miss outside. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Two ball, 2 strike count.
Brian Bass just got to get somebody loose if Sabathia can't get the final out in this inning.
First and third, 2 down, 2-2. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Molina will score. Jeter will stop at second. 10-2. This was a 1-run ball game when this half inning started. And that'll be it for Sabathia. Got a couple of outs, but could not find that third out. So Brian Bass will come on to try and get the Yankees out here as they've had a 7-run 9th inning, lead at 10-2.
Actually, in Monday's game, in relief of Guthrie and Hendrickson, finished out that game, gave up just a hit.
Nick Swisher will bat against him with runners on at first and second base. Swisher drew a walk in the inning and scored. He's got a couple of hits. He's already had 2 walks in the ball game and 2 hits, and has struck out. 1 for 6 off Bass. Yankees aren't going to give up at bats. This is when you pile up the numbers. There is no mercy. 1-0 delivery on the way, and it is outside. 2-0.
And you can see that in their approach. I mean, they're just laying back, knowing that Bass has got to throw a strike here. Just trying to get the final out of this inning.
Towering fly ball to right. Marquez camped under it, and he's got it. So that will retire the side, but not before the Yankees jump on the Orioles bullpen and take a 10-2 lead. Jim and Rick, thanks very much. So the Yankees will try and take their third consecutive sweep of the Orioles, with Romario Pena coming on to do the work. Hughes worked a third of an inning, gave up nothing. Pena replaces him. This is exactly where Girardi likes to get people like Pena into a ball game here with the expanded roster. Pitch will be taken down low for a ball. You have a lot of players, so you're trying to give everybody a chance to get into the game at different times. Sometimes that's not easy. 1-0 delivery in the way, swung on and fouled off the mask of Molina and hard by Matt Wieters.
Yeah, that rocked him back on his heels, and he got that hockey style mask, checking the integrity of the mask, making sure that everything is still intact.
Check it on the voting for the AT&T player of the game so far to CC Sabathia, who gave up the run on 7 hits and 7 innings. You can text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 51862. The results on the O's Extra postgame show. Wieters will take it up high. Matt Wieters has had a single, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Delivery, swung on and missed.
You can see Hughes throwing 95 miles an hour, and I still think they project him as a starter down the road, but this has been the best move in his career, getting him down in that bullpen and give him an opportunity to really focus on throwing strikes.
2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be swung on and missed.
Elevated the fastball. Wieters strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. This is just that 4-seam fastball upstairs. That chased a bad pitch, and he knew it.
One down, 10-2 lead, 17 hit attack for the Yankees in the ball game. Luke Scott will take it up high for a ball. 2 strikeouts and a pop out. 0 for 3 in the game for the DH. That's in there, 1-1. This will give the Yankees a 10-game win streak against the Orioles, tying the longest streak they've ever had against the O's. And they will have won 6 consecutive as they move on to Toronto. Take it outside, 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Chad Cardan will open up that series tomorrow in Toronto. He's filling in for Sergio Mitre, who took a ball off his arm in his last start. Girardi expects it to be just a 1-start situation for Godin. Then he will go back into the pen.
We were talking about that race in the West. The Angels have lost, shut out by Seattle 3-0. So Texas still winning over Toronto in the 8th. They've got a chance to pull to within that 3.5 mark.
That's a race. You have 7 games left with your opponent. That is a pennant race. And Scott Kazmir started that game tonight, his first start with the Angels. Pitched pretty well, but he was up against Felix Hernandez. Pitched a little better.
3 ball, 2 strike count. Scott fouls it away. All these pitchers used, even with the expanded roster. The day off is not going to hurt tomorrow for the Orioles. Get ready for Texas. 3-2 delivery in the way. Scott, and the throttle back pitch is gone.
Not sure what this was. It might have been a slider that just kind of backed up. Certainly wasn't a fastball, but Scott chased that pitch. It was upstairs again.
Ty Wigginton coming up, 2 down, nobody on. Sabathia will get his 16th win against 7 losses, become the winningest pitcher in the American. Nicolai is going to take the loss in the ball game as he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in the 3rd of an inning and a walk. Wigginton, 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, that fastball up in the zone looks inviting as all 3 hitters in this inning have chased.
Here's the 1-1 delivery to him. Wigginton fouls it into the screen. 1-2. One-two delivery. Of the 21,100 plus, it's mostly Yankee fans left. And the 2-2. Wigginton up high, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Hughes trying to get that final out here and finish it off. Wigginton with the 2 singles. Pushing his average up to 268 on the year. 3-2, and this one's in the books as the Yankees have swept a 10-2 win in this one. Hope you'll join us again. More O's action coming up. Texas will be coming to town on Friday in Game 1.